Well, hello everybody. Shahida Akbar here from thefreshentrepreneur.net, and today we're going to do a quick video tutorial on photo editing using the Pic Monkey program. Now, I know me personally, I often wondered how you got such really nice images with text on them in your blog post or your website, and Pic Monkey is a free program that you can use in order to accomplish that. They do have an upgraded version, which I personally use because I wanted everything to be accessible to me, but it's really not necessary for you to use the upgraded version. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to do everything in the free version of Pic Monkey. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to click on where it says Design. And what that will do is that will open up for us a square, which is the default size, blank canvas. We have these icons along the side here that are going to allow us to edit our blank canvas. So we have basic edits, we have special effects, we have touch-up, text, overlays, frames, textures, and themes. So the first thing that I want to do, we're not going to color the text, we're actually going to put in an overlay of a picture. So we'll click on Overlay. And when it opens up the overlay formatting tools, we're going to click on Your Own so that we can use a picture that I have in my own picture library. So I want to go down and give picture number 2 because I know what's on that picture. So 182, and it'll pull that picture into our blank canvas. So now that the picture is there, we want to click on it so that we can stretch it and resize it so that it'll be the entire size of the blank canvas. The canvas is going to be covered with the picture. Now, I don't want all this dirt that's in the bottom of the picture. I don't want so much dirt in this particular picture, so we're going to move it down so that we take out some of the dirt, and we'll stretch the sky up so that we have more sky and less dirt. Okay, let's do it. Let's move that up just a little bit, stretch that out and make sure it's fully covered, and there you go. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to add yet another overlay, and this time we're going to use a geometric shape. We're going to use a circle. So we click on the circle and it will add the circle to our image. And as you can see, it puts a black circle there. Well, the circle's kind of small, so we need to resize that as well. And not to worry, we're not going to leave a big black circle in the middle of our design. But we do need this circle for what we're trying to accomplish with this, this image graphic. So now that we have the circle the size that we want it to be, let's make sure it's positioned where we want it to be. We'll move it up just a tad. We're going to click on this little tool over here that says Fade. And we're going to fade that circle out so that we can actually start to see through the circle. Like that. Okay, now that we've done that, the next thing that we want to do is we want to add some text to our picture here. So we click on Text. As you can see, it gives you a list of all the available fonts that you can use. Some of them have this little crown next to them. And in order to use those, you have to have the upgraded version. So we're not going to deal with any of those. We're going to use the fonts that are strictly in the free Pic Monkey. One of my favorites is Trash Hand. But before we select the font, we have to say to the editor to add the text. So we click on Add Text and it'll give us a text box. Now inside the text box, we're going to actually move it up so that it's not on top of the circle. And we're going to type in the text box, Tip of the Day. Now we really want to resize this and make sure it's kind of centered on the page. So we want to put it in the font first that we're going to use. And for this demonstration, we're going to use Trash Hand. So we click on Trash Hand and it will change to that particular font. Well, that makes it just a little bit smaller. So what we want to do is we want Tip and Day to be bigger. So we're going to highlight the word day and we're going to make it bigger by moving the size metric over. And we're also going to do the same thing for the word tip. Now we know that day is 249, so we're just going to put 249 in there and it'll make tip the same size. Easy peasy. There you have it. So now we need to add some text to our circle. So again, we click on Add Text. This time we want our text to be in white. So we grab the little bar in the color and we move it up so that it is white. We go into our text box and we type out whatever text we want to go in here. And so we're going to put a quote in here. Our quote says, let's make that, we plant seeds that will flower as results in our lives! Exclamation point. Okay, so that's white, but what we want is we also want it to be the same font as tip of the day. So we're going to highlight, let's move that back. We're going to highlight all the text and we're going to click on trash hand so that we can make it the same font as tip of the day as what we used earlier. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some spacing so that it's spaced out throughout the circle. We want to make sure that everything is spelled properly, and we also want to look and make sure that it is the right size. I think it needs to be just a little bit bigger so that it can fill up the entire circle. Oops. Bring it down, bring it down. Let's see, let's get it just right. Let's take a look and see what that is. Not too bad, maybe a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Oh, we keep grabbing the overlay when we really want to grab the text. Let's try one more time. Sometimes you just have to play with it. So that, there we go. We've got the text. We want it to be just a little bit bigger. We want to make it so it fills up the circle. Let's move it over just a smidge. Get it centered where we want it to be, and voila. There you have it. It took us all of 5 or 6 minutes to make a really cool infographic, or should I say quote graphic, that you can use on your website or blog. So I hope this tip helped, and if it did, please like our page, share with your friends and associates. Also, visit our blog to get more tips to help you in your blogging and website graphic efforts. So, you have a really great day, and we'll talk to you next time.